Bob Dylan goes electric. This is one of the most legendary moments in rock and folk music history, where Bob Dylan, who is a critical and audience darling, thought of as being like the crown prince of folk music, after back-to-back years of performing at the Newport Folk Festival, starts to feel a rising sentiment in his audiences and the organizers of this event that electric music of any kind is to be barred from folk music. They thought of it as being a separate thing to folk music, like it was noisy and unnecessary. And being the kind of iconoclast artist that Bob Dylan was, he saw this as a challenge and decided to plug in and go electric during the performance of Like a Rolling Stone. Now, I've only ever heard about this performance through sort of like stories and rumors, so this is going to be awesome to check out. Hope you guys enjoy. Here we go. This is Like a Rolling Stone live at Newport Festival, Folk Festival 1965 by Bob Dylan. If you do end up enjoying the video, hit me with a like, maybe share it with a friend, and if you haven't already, join our awesome community we have here by subscribing. Let's go. Oh wow, they're booing already. Just real quick, I'll back it up again. So there's a nice transition into the music, but can you guys hear the electricity in the crowd? It's pretty cool, right? It's I saw a very cool kind of quote that's a part of the description of this video, which says, half the audience were electrified and the other half were electrocuted. And it sounds like that, right? Some of them sound super excited. You can feel the electricity. And then some of them sound like they're like booing almost. Check this out again. Hear that? That's crazy. They're so against electric guitars. Bob Dylan was a G. What a gangster. Love this song as well. Maybe his best.
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, through the bumps of dime in your prime. Then you, people call, saying, beware, doll, you're bound to fall. You thought they were all hitting you. You used to laugh about.
Sounds great.
Was hanging out.
I don't know why they're complaining. Dude, this sounds great. It's interesting, man, the crowd's reluctance to have him change and evolve. I think that's really true. And this event almost like, whether he meant it or not, kind of exposes people's reluctance for change, because it's like he saw where music was headed and he's been proved right. It was moving in a direction that was more electronic. And I mean, he's a visionary in that sense. Like rock moved into a direction where, think about Led Zeppelin's music. I mean, there's elements of like folk and blues in there, but they took it into this new space. It's like electric blues, right? And think about all the music today. Electronic music dominates the charts. Not saying he saw all of that, but he felt something at least, and he capitalized in that moment. You know, that's what I think the greatest artists do. They can see almost where culture is headed.
They're the finest school, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in the head. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you're gonna have to get
What a line.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone?
It's cool to hear the harmonica live. It's so interesting, like his writing style and the way he sings, because I think most people can agree he's not the greatest singer in the world, but he has a unique way of singing, and it's made better by his lyrics, right? It's like his lyrics and his singing really fit harmoniously. And that's why it's almost more impressive that Hendrix was able to reinterpret his writing so well, because it's so well adjusted to the way he sings, the way he delivers his music, even the rhythm that he delivers it at. He reminds me of a lot of MCs, a lot of rappers that I love, who are so unique and have their own kind of sound to them. They don't sound like anyone else. Like DMX, for example, the way he raps is almost like a prayer. You know, he almost does go into prayers a lot of times, and it's very unique to him and his style and his story. And I find the same thing in Bob Dylan. Great line. Another great line.
How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown?
Dude, this sounds great.
A rolling stone.
People were not happy with this.
Thinking that they got it made. You'd better take your diamond ring and things, babe. Better take it out and go on it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon and rags and the language that he used. But now he calls you, you can't refuse.
Great line. I don't want to make this an analysis of the lyrics like if you guys haven't watched already, I did a real analysis and deep dive into the song and the lyrics, but you know, you only catch certain things on the second time. And reading some of these lyrics, I mean, he has a great way of ending every verse with a killer line, right? So he ended this third verse with, "Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at after he took from you everything he could steal." Really great way to end. And he did the same thing on the second verse. Where is it, God? There it is. He's not selling any alibis as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes. Great way to end and say, do you want to make a deal? Brilliant. And then this Napoleon in rags and the language that he used. Whew. He's got bars, dude. Last thing I want to say before we keep going, I'll back you up again, is that it's cool to hear the crowds, the difference in the crowds as well, right? The crowds in 65 and earlier performances that I watched that are like pre-90s and 2000s, the crowd listens. They're not like going crazy, and they're not being asked by the musicians to keep joining in. Like if you watch performances nowadays, that's my one biggest thing. Like rappers, they do it a lot. I hate live performances, rap performances for the most part. They keep asking the crowd like, put your hands up, try and sing this line. And it's like, there's no performance aspect of it. Whereas they're really actually listening. They're like almost silently listening, and it's pretty cool. I'll back you up again.
And Napoleon in rags and the language that he used. But now he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're
Ooh. Wow. Mixed emotions in the crowd. Pretty cool. Mixed emotions again. Firstly, I want to say Dylan is a very cool looking dude. I like the way he dresses. Secondly is, I don't know, sometimes I'm just like transfixed by his lyrics. You know, the video is this way. Hopefully the camera catches. Yeah, that's the right way. The video is this way. But I still find myself, even with this legendary performance, looking at the lyrics. And that speaks to, I should say, how brilliant the writing is. Because I just want to look at it. It's almost like, even just being read out is just cool. It has aspects to it. Like that last line that he had was so good. Where's it gone? When you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing to lose. You're invisible now. You got no secrets to conceal. Interesting. What a cool take. It's like when you've lost everything. He's trying to say like people who are wealthy, you know, they hide away in their like giant mansions and behind gates and stuff. You've got things to lose almost. And the more I listen to the track, the more I think he's not just talking about a girl, right? He's speaking to like a bigger problem at the time that, you know, regular people were getting fucked essentially. And having the roles reversed and having someone who is wealthy and privileged to reverse and come back to normal people's level would probably be good for them. That's what I kind of take away from the song. Regardless, historic performance, man. Really, really cool. I love the song. I thought it sounded great. The addition of the electric guitars didn't take away from the track. I thought it added to it. I guess that's an organ. People always get on me with my understanding of the instruments. I think that's an organ. I think that's kind of the charm of the channel. I'm not a musician, and I certainly don't know much about like musical instruments. But it all sounded great, man. It sounded great to me. I don't know. I guess because I'm not attached to the culture of the time, I can't see what the fuss is about. I guess they were feeling as if they're losing something. You know, they're losing the purity of the music, how it was beforehand. But as an outsider, I'd say fantastic performance, man, and legendary moment.